Now what I want to do is add a bass to this track that we have. So for the bass, I think I'm going to just take massive, okay, and I will create a patch of my own, just a simple patch, so that I can play over all of this with the bass. Now let's see, just simply sawtooth, let's say an envelope that I'm going to raise up right there. So controlling the envelope, I'm going to use another envelope like this, like that. I'm going to place on the filter. It's going to be a low pass filter like that, maybe even a different one upwards. It's going to sound like this. Nice. So lower note. Cool. Okay, maybe just listen to that filter. Now, what I mind about this bass is that it actually doesn't always restart, the oscillator. So not all of them have the same, punch at the beginning. You can really hear that in that, beginning part of the bass line. You see, each note sounds a tiny bit different just because of that phase changing. So I'm going to say right here, I'm going to select in the oscillator tab, oscillator phases, and say restart via gate. Now each note is always the same. Okay, cool. So let's see if I can play a melody on top of that to see if it's going to complement my song. So I can duplicate that. And just do something else in the back. So I do change the note right there into an A, then I think into an E or G. Maybe G is better. Let's try it. It doesn't really have to be in the same key that this is in. There is no rule there. If it sounds harmonious to you, that's it. If you like it, you leave it. So, having that always play, the same notes as this thing up there, it might, sound, as I said, cheesy, too standard. And you do want something to stand out. So, at least a bit of that, something to change with the bass line. Now that's exactly following what's right up there. So I'd really like to do something else right here, to do something with this bass. Add some kind of a, gimmick. Like this. Maybe a different beat, maybe an octave higher. Too much. Too much. I don't like it. I don't like it. This one is cool. That's enough, but I think everything on top is not going to be that good. Yeah, that's also nice. I could lower these velocities right there of these two notes and then lower these two as well a tiny bit. So you see, the higher the note, the volume should go down a bit. And I can take care of that in the synth actually. So I can map velocity, which is right here, to one of these controls, right there, and have velocity do something for me. So let's see, what would I want velocity take care of? This level, that's it. So make the level lower, like that, so the velocity is higher. Let's say that's the biggest extent that I would go to. Okay, so the lowest velocity of 0 is going to be here, and the maximum velocity of 128 is going to be there. So when looking at this entire span of velocity values, this is the minimum, that's the maximum. Well, in our massive, this is where the minimum would be, this is where the maximum would be. This is how I, mapped it out. So let's see what I got from there. Is there enough of a change in the volume of these? Yep, a tiny bit, just enough to, tame it down. So you see, right there I chose that instead of, compression or something else to tame that baseline, I chose to do, all of those adjustments in volume, manually, using velocities on the notes myself. One thing that really annoys me is this loop right there of all the percussions. It's just too much. Now I know this is the wrong part of it, but it really annoys me. So there is something I don't like about it. It's like one of those frequencies really jumps through everything, plays on top of everything, just, plays with my nerves. So let me just try to remedy that by, first of all, trying to see if I cut one of the frequencies out, is it going to be better? So to me, is it going to sound better? Now, this is subjective. Some of you might like it. There is something in there that I don't actually appreciate. So it is. That's the part of the frequency. Listen. So what I removed with this filter number 3. Yeah, that high piece of it. Nice, I like that. I like that. So that's good. Now we have the bass added. So next thing would be to add some accents to this entire thing, to this entire loop.